Gaurangi Mataji wants it. Gaurangi Mataji, you will be okay, or you need microphone? Wule?
I can put my earphone if I need to.
Okay, okay. Tell me when I'm going fast also. I speak fast sometimes. I can speak slow. You just have to signal like this. Jai Jai Shri Chaitanya, Jayo Nityananda. Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. जय जय श्री चैतन्य जयो नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैता चंद्र जयो गौर भक्त वृंदा जय जय श्री चैतन्य जयो नित्यानंदा जय अद्वैता चंद्र जयो गौर भक्त वृंदा This morning we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, chapter Adi Leela, chapter 2, verse number 53. Virad Hiranyagarbhas cha Virad Hiranyagarbhas cha Karanam चेति उपादयः कारणं चेति उपादयः ईशस्य यत् त्रिभिर्हीनम् ईशस्य यत् त्रिभिर्हीनम् तुर्यं तत् प्रचेक्षते तुर्यं तत् प्रचेक्षते विरद हिरण्यगर्भश्च कारणं चेति उपादयः ईशस्य यत् त्रिभिर्हीनं तुर्यं तत् प्रचेक्षते विरद हिरण्यगर्भश्च कारणं चेति उपादयः ईशस्य यत् त्रिभिर्हीनं तुर्यं तत् प्रचेक्षते Amazing. विराट हिरण्यगर्भस्य कारणं चेति उपादयः ईशस्य त्रिभिर्हीनं तुर्यं तत् प्रचेक्षते विराट हिरण्यगर्भस्य कारणं चेति उपादयः ईशस्तत् त्रिभिर्हीनं तुर्यं तत् प्रचेक्षते विराट हिरण्यगर्भस्य कारणं चेति उपादयः ईशस्य यत् त्रिभिर्हीनं तुर्यं तत् प्रचेक्षते विराट हिरण्यगर्भस्य कारणं चेति उपादयः ईशस्य त्रिभिर्हीनं तुर्यं तत् प्रचेक्षते. Word to word translation. Virat, the Virat manifestation. Hiranyagarbha, the Hiranyagarbha manifestation. Karanam, the Karana manifestation. Cha, and. Iti, thus. Upadayaha, particular designations. Ishasya, of the Lord. Yat, that which. Tribhi, these three. Hinam, without. Turyam, the fourth. Tat, that. Prachekshate, he considers. Translation. In the material world, the Lord is designated as Virat, Hiranyagarbha and Karana. But beyond these three designations, the Lord is ultimately in the fourth dimension. Purport. the phenomenal manifestation of the supreme whole, the nominal soul of everything, and the cause or causal nature are all but designations of the Purushas who are responsible for material creation. The transcendental position surpasses these designations and is therefore called the position of the fourth dimension. This is a quotation from Sridhar Swami commentary on the 11th canto, 15th chapter, verse 16 of Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine. Hare Krishna. Welcome everybody to the morning program of Srimad Bhagavatam class. Today is Chaitanya Charitamrita, sorry. Very deep subject of the incarnations, manifestations can be discussed here. Now we are at the pastime where Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is explaining, he is taking from the various aspects from the various scriptures to prove the supremacy of the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. Sometimes, in the beginning he is talking about Narayana, he is talking about the Vishnu Tattvas. Later on he goes to prove, in the later slokas, he goes to prove that Sri Krishna, not Narayana, Sri Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this is the philosophy of Tattva. Tattva means the way we see things, or the way the truth, the absolute truth is. First Chaitanya Charitamrita talks about Tattva, and then comes, what comes next? Rasa Gyan, the knowledge about Krishna, Krishna's pastimes, intimate pastimes with gopis. So for now in this class we try to focus on the Tattva of Narayana, Garbhodakshay Vishnu, Kshirodakshay Vishnu. Everybody is mentioned here, so in the translation, so we can slowly kind of uncover all these terminologies. His leaf garlands looks amazing, but we all have to wear this once in a day so that we meditate that Krishna will get real garlands one day. It must be really uncomfortable for Krishna. So, amazing that devotees still do garlands. But the next thing is we always should try to improve ourselves. So next, Krishna, give us the facility, we can have real garlands for you. It doesn't hurt you, So yeah, we can always meditate how we can make things better for Krishna's service. So where are we in this pastime now? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is describing about which pastime from Srimad Bhagavatam here? Anybody following? Which pastime of Krishna is Brahma Vaimohana Leela?
Creation.
No, Brahma Vaimohana Leela. From there, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is taking the part and section and explaining. So, what happens in Brahma Vaimohana Leela?
Krishna showed his universal form,
No, no. Brahma stole the cowherd boys and the calves. And then, what did Krishna do for that?
They manifested.
Yes?
Krishna manifested the original form of the cowherd and the cows.
Cowherd and cows. Okay, Krishna expands himself and then reciprocates with the Brajvasis, that he goes to their homes. And then in that short period, what happens? When all these calves, cows and little gopas, Balaram could see what form was Balaram seeing? Vishnu Tattva, four-handed form. Balaram could see that it is Krishna who is expanded there to, to bewilder Brahma. So, from there we can extract Krishna, Narayana, Vishnu, because you can see in the translation here, in the material world, the Lord is designated as Virat. Who knows what is Virat? Who can answer? Virat. Virat, Hiranyagarbha, Karana. So, Gopaswami Prabhu, that's what when I was thinking, Virat means, for us it's like stamped in our head, Virat means universal form. Yes, something else. I'll come something else, but I kind of did some research, I did like so much kind of like, I wanted to get what is this Surya, what is this fourth dimension, it's amazing how Krishna organized that. I listened to one class and the class was revealing all these aspects of Vishnu, Krishna, So we know that Krishna expands into 4 quadruple expansions, right? Chaturvyaha, what you call? Shri Shri Radha Govinda Madhava ki, Krishna Balram ki, Gaur Nitai ki. We know Krishna expands himself into Aniruddha, Pradyumna, Vasudev and Sankarshan, right? This is the first quadruple expansion of Krishna. Krishna expands, right? And then Krishna, Balaram, and then from Sankarshan, the next goes down, From there, the Narayana aspect is explained. What is the meaning of Narayana?
One who lies on the ocean.
Nara means water, Yana means the one who is lying on the ocean of water. From him comes, what tattvas comes from Narayana? What tattvas? Something else also expands from Narayan. That's the Vishnu tattvas, because Narayana is the cause of all the Vishnu tattvas. See, like Krishna is not touched by material energy, but to perform certain services, what does Krishna do? He takes certain roles. So Vishnu tattva is the same. Vishnu tattva is still touched by the Maya energy, but he is not being entangled, right? He expands. He touches the material energy. But as I said, Narayana, Krishna, they don't interfere into the material world. But material world is entered by who? Vishnu tattva. Okay, so Virat is the, Prabhu, you said universal. I said, I was thinking, yes, that's universal. So Virat is whole, big, right? So which Vishnu tattva can we relate to? Like big, it's a whole. Karanadakshaya Mahavishnu, right? And then what is the next one? Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha means, we know Hiranyakashipu. Hiranya means gold, or Hiranya is like the seed. Garbha means womb. So he is the seed giver of all the living entities. That's the meaning of Hiranyagarbha. That's who? Garbhodaksha Vishnu. Thank you, Prabhu. And the next one is, he is talking about Karana. Who is the next Vishnu Tattva? Who is the cause? He is the cause and effect of everything in the material world. He is witnessing. Who is that one? Gopaswami Prabhu knows everything. So this is Kshirodaksha Vishnu, the one who is like. How does Karanadaksha Vishnu expand into the material world? He enters into what tattva? What features does he enter into? Yeah, Kshirodaksha Vishnu, but what is his function? What does he do? What is in relation to us, in relation to the material energy? What does he do?
Create, maintain and destroy.
That's the Vishnu's, that's the job of Vishnu. But Super Soul, very good. What else? Where else does he enter? Specifically, living entities. Gaurangi Mataji said, living entities. Yes, he is the Paramatma feature. He is there. But he is entering into every cell, every atom, every cell. He is there. He enters. This is like amazing to see that how Garbhodaksha Vishnu, Kshirodaksha Vishnu, all the Vishnu tattvas are being named in a different way, and the features are brought to us like they are entering in the material world, but they are still. Why does Krishna enter into the material world? He is not entangled. That's what Mayavadi philosophy, impersonal philosophy talks about. How, God also enters into the material world because he is entangled, because you are God, I am God. This is the impersonal philosophy. We all are entangled, we all are performing our pastimes here. But this very clearly explains, he only comes for a specific job. What is Lord Chaitanya? Why did Lord Chaitanya come? What was his purpose? Yeah, give us bhakti, take us back to Godhead, to our eternal home. So in Turiya, what is Turiya here? In the translation, what is Turiya means? It's saying it's fourth dimension, right? Fourth dimension means, is it only Vishnu is in the fourth dimension, or the Jiva also? He's talking about fourth dimension, right? Like, he's saying three modes cannot touch him. That's why he's beyond, that is called fourth dimension. We call it transcendental. Because what is transcending means we are overcoming, we are changing one feature to the other. So the Supreme Lord is transcendental, is Divyam. So is the Jiva Turiya also or not? Yes. Is covered. Very good. So what does Krishna say in the Bhagavad Gita? Bhumir apo nalo vair kam mano buddhirevacha ahankara iti amme binna prakriti rastada. There are 8 my material energies. What are they? Earth, water, ether, fire. Earth, water, ether, fire.
Mind, intelligence.
That is the subtle one. Mind, intelligence, ego. I was thinking. Air, I think we covered all of them. Ether, yeah. So the subtle ones are the 3. So Krishna is saying, this is my inferior material energy. And then what does Krishna goes on to say into the next sloka? Apareyam itvasvam anyayam prakritim jiva idime param jiva bhuta mahabaho edam daryate jagat. He is saying that, but the living entity which is superior in nature, it is my personal energy, he is saying. And then, Krishna goes on to explain it is entangled because, you come in contact with the inferior energy. So, This Turiya not only implies to Narayan or Krishna, it also implies to living entities. But we can give the example of we are tatastha. Tatastha means marginal energy. That's why we are sometimes spiritual, sometimes material. So tatastha Shakti, what if you subject tatastha Shakti, tata means there is a ocean, there is a where the water comes, the land in between, right? There is this place where water and land are kind of like in contact with each other. But sometimes when the ocean comes, the land is dry. When the water comes, it becomes wet. So it's same like us. When we are in contact with Krishna, with the devotees, with the devotional service, reading Srimad Bhagavatam, what happens to us? We become Turiya. But we have to do it. Religion means we have to keep repeatedly doing it. Keep repeatedly every day, same thing, and then ultimately we get our original consciousness. If we keep practicing it, ignoring the mind and the mind's challenges, disturbances, so we accept spirituality eternally if we constantly practice now without accepting the allurements of the material nature, which is happening regularly. So Prabhupada also gives this example of the metal, right? This metal, if you put it in the fire, what happens? Metal gets the nature of the fire, but it has to be on a prolonged time, not like put it in, take it out. No, it doesn't get its nature what we are looking for. So prolonged time subjecting the metal to fire gets the nature of the fire. So the same thing, when the jiva is subjected to spirituality, subjected to the devotional service, the jiva regains its original consciousness. So yeah, this is very amazing to see that the Shastra, the more we read, I was practicing, I was like for this class, the more I try to read the shloka, the same shloka, I get different dimensions. It's amazing to see how Krishna reveals. When we subject ourselves to this process, Krishna reveals himself more and more. There is no such thing called some devotees like, oh, this devotee is giving class, I will not go, it's not interesting. No, that's the whole point of religion. We hear the same Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo, like the basics every day. That's how we become Turiya. Nothing becomes boring after a while. Because the mind's characteristics of mind is accepting, rejecting, accepting, rejecting. This is a trick of mind to tell that you better be away from Krishna. That's why when we start accepting, oh, this devotee, rejecting this devotee's class. So it's good for us, no matter what, I will come to Bhagavatam. I will pick up Bhagavatam, I will read Bhagavatam. We become what? Turiya. It's amazing. So I can go on. I have a few more points I made. Here it's been spoken about. There is one more shloka in the 11th canto, that is where it is taken from. I would like to read that as well, and then we can take it from there. The base. Sorry, 1 second, I am there almost. It's 11th canto. If you devotees want to follow, they can follow. 11th canto, 15th chapter. If anybody wants to. Okay, I can read that one as well now. Number 16 shloka. 11, 15, 16. The yogi who places his mind in my form of Narayan, known as the fourth factor, full of all opulences, becomes endowed with my nature and thus obtains the mystic perfection called Vasita. I can read the purport as well. In Bhagavad Gita 7:13, Lord Krishna states, Tribir Gunamair Bhavair Ebi Sarvam Idam Jagat Mohitam Nabhijanati Mam Ebhyam Param Avyayam. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion and ignorance, the whole world does not know me, who am above the modes and inexhaustible. Thus the Lord is called Turiya, or the fourth factor beyond the three modes of nature. According to Srila Veeraraghava Acharya, Turiya also indicates that the Lord is beyond the three ordinary phases of consciousness, namely wakefulness, dreaming and dreamless sleep. Bhagavat Shabda Shabdite indicates that the Lord is known as Bhagavan, or the possessor of unlimited opulences, principally beauty, fame, wealth, knowledge, renunciation and intelligence. In conclusion, one can obtain the mystic opulence Vasita, or freedom from the modes of nature, by meditating on the Lord as Turiya, the fourth factor beyond those modes. Everything depends upon the favor of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. There are few things that with here in the purport it is talking about Vasita. Anyone knows what is Vasita? It is one of the Siddhis. There are 8 Siddhis. I will read the translation one more time and then I can go into the explaining a little bit about the Siddhis. The yogi who places his mind in my form of Narayan, known as the fourth factor, full of all opulence, becomes endowed with my nature and thus obtains the mystic perfection called Vasita. So, I can quickly brief about the 8 Siddhis. Okay, let me quickly do this. Okay, there is 8 types of Siddhis, means mystic powers. The yogis, there are, as you know, that there are karmis, there is jnanis, there is yogis, there is bhaktas. Everybody except the devotee, everybody is trying to become a controller, master. Prabhupada said that, you know, in the material world there are 4 divisions of men, the devotee is the topmost. So, the yogi, there are 8 types of Siddhis. They want to master one of them so that they have some control on something. They can, you know, Prabhupada said, you get a pomegranate from Afghanistan or something, you know. But rather, you just go to the supermarket, you buy a pomegranate. You don't have to learn the art of mystic power. Makes sense, right? Like anything like this, you can relate to. Okay, it's extraordinary, it's amazing. You can start these days, you know, in Instagram page or Facebook page or whatever, to prove that I have some mystic power. Or people go, oh wow, you are amazing. But apart from that, bit of a scratch of the ego, there is nothing reality. Prabhupada also gives this example of, you know, in my village there was a man who was walking on top of the water. You know, Prabhupada said the value of this the value of this mystic power is 5 paisa, something like that. Prabhupada said 2 paisa or something, because even though you are doing that, but you know, you just give 2 paisa to a boatman, he will cross you onto the other side. So that's the value. But apart from people, you know, saying, wow, you are amazing, you are incredible, you know, some people even call you God because you do things that people cannot do. You know, for children it's like this, you know, Prabhupada also explains, a table, when a father lifts the table for a child, it's like a mystic power. I cannot do it, my father do it, so my father is like a Superman, you know. You know, but the reality is, there are so many people who can lift this table. But the devotees, we really sincerely want to change our consciousness from being a yogi, being a jnani, being a karmi, you know, anything in the material world, only Krishna. Radha Govinda Madhava, my only business in this material world while I am here is to serve you, no matter what. So this is devotee. It's easy place to be. Even sometimes allurement comes. Prabhu, it's because of you. It's because of you, Prabhu. There's so many things, wonderful things happen in the material world. Wait a minute, I know the next thing is, somebody is glorifying me now. Somebody is going to criticize me next, So what is this, there is no value for this kind of glorification. It feels good, right? Somebody is saying, Prabhu, nobody can cook like you. You are the best cook in the world. Yeah, true. But wait a minute, look at our past experiences. Let's go back a bit. The minute we think that, oh yes, it's because of me that everything manifested, how many times we bite into this Maya's trap. Then we realize, no, it's Krishna has given me a job, cooking, cleaning, whatever, I do it the best I can. I get attached to Bhagavatam, I get attached to my bead bag, and finish the business, So let's go on, see this 8 siddhis. I made a note of them. Anima, the power to become infinitesimally small. Sorry, I'm not able to say this word. You become like very small. The yogis, they can enter. The pastime of Narottam Das Thakur disciple. Narottam Das Thakur had a disciple, Chandroy. He was put in a prison. He becomes a devotee. He was a big thief before. He was put in a prison. One mystic yogi comes to him, enters the prison. Nobody knows how he enters. He becomes like smallest of the small. Nobody knows where Chandrai was hidden. So he comes to him and says, please chant this mantra, and then you will also become small, and then we both can escape the prison. Oh, what is the mantra? It's a Durga mantra. He said, no, I have the mantra of Narottam Das Thakur. I am happy. So this is a devotee rejecting whatever short-term benefits we get. Devotees reject. We don't want this. We only want, I want to be the servant of my Guru and Krishna. We don't want any of this. Mahima, the power to become vast. Right? Hanumanji had this mystic power. He becomes big to kill one demoness who was obstructing his way. Lagima, the power to become weightless. Anybody can think of any weightless? So basically this is like Narad Muni uses it. They become so small, though weightless, they become lighter than ether. You see, the lightest thing is the ether, and that they were able to travel like this. Many transcendentalists do it, it's not nothing new. Classic example is Narad Muni. He was traveling all over the universe, but his business is not to take some bank's money, go somewhere by becoming light, No, his business is whatever we get, we use to serve Krishna. Prapti, the power to obtain anything. Again, Prabhupada's example of somebody was bringing a pomegranate from Afghanistan, like we reach out for things that are far beyond, we have got no access to it, but we are using this power to get what we want. Prakamya, the power to fulfill all desires. This is a difficult one, I don't know how they do it, there are so many unlimited desires. Instantly all the desires get fulfilled. Even the spiritual desires, I don't know, they may not definitely become servants, that's the thing. The power of, the next one, Isita, the power of supreme lordship. This allows the yogi to control the laws of nature and the universe. They can manipulate elements such as air, water, ether, even control time and space. Woo, that's a strong one. Vasita, the next one, the 7th, the power to control. This is the one. In the purport it's mentioned Vashita, the power to control others. With Vashita the yogi can control others, including animals, other living beings. This is more kind of hypnotism. But Vashita is achieved still worshipping God. It's not achieved by something material. Like worshipping a murti, you can still develop this kind of power. It's quite deep. It's like, sitting with somebody and telling them that, give all your money or renounce your property or something. They do it. They listen to you. They just under completely a different spell. Devotees also actually have it in one sense. In Australia, when I was there is our Vijay Prabhu. He's the biggest book distributor, one of the biggest book distributor. He used to go to music festivals. Devotees used to go and distribute prasadam in these big music festivals. One devotee was explaining that Vijay Prabhu was like, distributing books. This boy comes along with his girlfriend, and then like Vijay Prabhu distributes the set of Bhagavatam or some books to him, and then after like 5 hours or 6 hours, the boy comes back running to Vijay Prabhu saying, I don't know what happened to me. I didn't want to buy this book, but I bought it. What happened to me? So yeah, Krishna gives this Shakti for those devotees who are empowered, but devotees don't try to utilize it or don't try to show off or something like that, but they're just sincerely trying to distribute Prabhupada's books, and then Krishna reciprocate. But this is more like spontaneous, that Krishna kind of helps devotees. The last one, kama vasyata, the power to control desires. I think this will be nice for us. The Siddhi enables the yogi to perfectly control their desires and passions, reaching a state of transcendence where they are all free from material cravings and can experience complete fulfillments in whatever they desire. So, in one sense, this doesn't imply to us, because our desires, as you see, the minute we sit here, we want Krishna to get this, we want Krishna to get better garlands rather than leaf garlands. So, Jiva is always having desire. To become desireless is something like giving up our original constitutional nature, so which is also a temporary phase that we will attain if one of the practices we do. But as devotees, we only aim for one thing, is how am I going to have all the desires in the world to serve Krishna. We would like to be full of desires. You can see our devotees always desiring for. Mother Vishesha is a classic example. Dress for Krishna, prasadam for Krishna, this for, put feather for Krishna nicely. So it's always the heart's longing to serve Krishna. So we can also see in the present day how our acharyas also kind of like face this siddhis, how like Prabhupada, you can see this example where in the story of Mr. Nair, Prabhupada was, I think the Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Giriraj Maharaj cancelled the sale deed in Bombay, and now Prabhupada intervenes again. Prabhupada has to start the whole thing again for getting back the Juhu land. So now they are in Hyderabad. Prabhupada spoke to Mr. Nair, let's meet, let's discuss, let's sort it out again. They are in Hyderabad. This Nair, Prabhupada has some mystic power. Better I don't go to see him by myself. I'll take a mystic yogi myself. He calls himself his guru. Or I'll take my guru. The pastime is revealed by Tamal Krishna Maharaj. So they all had a meeting. They're about to discuss about again starting the whole process of buying the land back. And now everybody is taken prasadam. Prabhupada said, I am very tired. Prabhupada knows how to deal with this kind of situations well. I have to take a nap, Prasadam is done. Prabhupada pretends he's yawning now. I have to go and nap. Tamal Krishna Maharaj, okay, you go in this room. The guru goes in this room, Mr. Nair goes in another room, And then Prabhupada wakes up, goes to Tamal Krishna Maharaj. Go wake up Mr. Nair without disturbing the guru. And then they wake him up. Nair, let's do the deal now. Let's finish it. Nair said, okay, let's do it. Sign the deal. It's over. And then later he's like, wait, what happened? I didn't get my guru to protect me, So yeah, for the devotees, this is the ultimate thing. Krishna always kind of, empowers devotees that we can kind of get over this kind of like cheap magic tricks. We know the story of Bishik Sen. Bishik Sen is during the time of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. He was claiming himself to be Narayan. Oh, I have Brahma and Vishnu as my servants. He was making so many, like bringing fire from his head. He was doing so many mystic things that people were believing he's God. He was doing his own Rasa Leela, getting women like that. So Bhakti Vinod Thakur denied. Bhakti Vinod Thakur challenged him, in the court. I think there were like 70 police went one time together, arrested. British government asked Bhakti Vinod Thakur for help, and Bhakti Vinod Thakur took like 70 police one time, raided him, and even like he went through so much trouble. Like his daughter was seriously ill because of this Bishik Sen. Ultimately, he cut his hair off in the courtroom. Then he collapsed. After a few days, he was in the prison, and then I think he left his body. It was humiliation for this yogi. So yeah, yogis, this power to control is dangerous. That's why it's such a safe position to be claimed as the servant of God, rather than trying to become a controller of planets or people, or this is like a dangerous path. You can see that the minute we have some power, the minute we have some following, 200 people following you, it's scary. 200 people will do anything you want. In that way, we will even forget God. Oh, maybe I'm almost close, almost close. Who is the example? What is the classic example? Indra. Yeah, Parijata pastime, the flower, Parijata flower. He attacks Krishna. He goes for a fight. Krishna said, I want this Parijata flower, I want to take it back for Satyabhama to the material world. Just right before that, Krishna gives him back Aditi's earrings. They're so grateful. Oh, thank you. Anything you want from me, let me know. But now, no. How can you impede and take my sense gratification away? So it's like, we have to be careful. That's why, when we have followers, when we have like high positions, we have to be really cautious that, Krishna, I'm doing on your behalf. Any questions so far? I have a few more things that I can share. Anything devotees would like to add or correct? Yes, Prabhu.
I know it's a part of, control and danger like that. But going back to
Turiya.
So there is different meaning, Turiya, as you said, includes the living entities. Even Canto Turiya is just beyond the three
modes of nature. Yes.
I thought Turiya was beyond the three Purusharata, and like Krishna is beyond that.
Yeah.
Can you explain a little more the different meanings of Turiya?
Basically, thank you for this question. I know you're trying to bring out something more. I know you know the answer. So, Purusha avatars, it's mentioned here. Purusha avatars we know the Purusha avatars are expansions coming from, again, Vishnu Tattva. Kshirodaksha Vishnu is the lead for the Purusha avatars. Purusha avatars are none other than Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. They are again performing the task of maintenance, creation and destruction. Again, Krishna or Narayan is beyond this creation, maintenance, destruction. So we can see the fourth dimension is something which is completely spiritual and transcendental. Nothing to do with the material. When the minute we talk about material creation, we talk about three gunas. We talk about how the jiva get entangled, entrapped in the material world. So basically, the spectrum which is beyond these three gunas, or anything from the material concept, is Krishna. Is pure, is divyam. I hope I'm able to. No, I was the same, like what is this Turiya concept, like what is this fourth dimension? Like for like 4 or 5 days I've been, but I heard few classes also just to extract. So yeah, it's very clear that Garbhodaksha Vishnu, they are still expansions of Krishna, and they are dealing with the material energy. They are in contact with the material energy still, but the Vishnu, Narayana or Krishna are totally beyond. They don't even get touched by material energy. Even the devotees, Mahatmanastu Mampartha, Daivim Prakriti Mastata, even them, when they enter the spiritual world, they are not being forced like us to take the material world. They are beyond again. They are only for one purpose, to assist Krishna. So they are, well protected. They are doing on behalf. Yes, Prabhu.
So Turiya also appears as a murti, as a form also as well, or?
See, like Krishna, Gaura Nitai, Radha Govinda Madhava, Krishna Balram is Turiya totally.
Yeah.
Because, we did the Prana Pratishtha, like the deity is non-different from Krishna. That's how we relate. So
the question was just, if it's another like external shape, like Krishna and Balaram are looking different, is Turiya also a murti?
Yes.
Okay.
Like Shaligram Shila,
Okay.
it doesn't look like Krishna, right? It looks round. It's Krishna. But again, the concept is, whatever Krishna is expanding, it is for our benefit. It's not that Krishna is coming, I like to be called as Turiya. No, he wants us to become Turiya, to become beyond the 3 modes. Get out, because you get in contact with me, get in contact with Bhagavatam, and you finish your business. That's why I'm saying religion means you do it repeatedly again and again, not like weekly one time, monthly one time, So that's how we realize. That's what I was saying when I was reading this sloka. I don't know, I read like 50 times. Every time I get to reveal something new, because this is living. This is not like Krishna is there, he's living. It's that's the only problem with us. We need to realize it. We are not doing that more enough. That's why we are here, that we practice again and again. I hope I answered your question. Yes, Sibyl.
Can you speak a little bit about Shiva? Because Shiva is also on the material world, but I don't understand really what he does.
So Shiva Tattva is totally unique again. Shiva has his own Tattva. Krishna has 64 qualities. Vishnu, Narayana has 60 qualities. Shiva has 55 qualities. Jiva has 50 qualities. Living entity has 50 qualities. Not full though, in minute degrees. So Shiva has 5 these extra qualities. 1, he always keeps his body. I may not recollect all the 5. He never falls down. He doesn't come in contact with the 3 modes also. There are 5 of them. I can try to do research and give it to you. So Shiva Tattva, you see there is Devi Dham. We are now here in the Devi Dham. Material world is considered Durga. She is guarding us, mother goddess. And in between is Shiva's planet. This is between material and between spiritual. It's still not 100% spiritual. Again, we have Haridham. Haridham is where, liberated souls, Vaikuntha planets, where it's completely spiritual. So, the Brahma Samhita gives the example that Krishna is the milk, Shiva is yogurt. So, Krishna transforms himself into yogurt for a purpose. Like, as I said, when Krishna comes into the material world, even Krishna remains Krishna. He doesn't go and do the destruction. But as we're talking about Purusha avatars, that is Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. Shiva, what he does, he takes the role of destruction. So, as I said, it's still Krishna doing it on behalf of, Shiva does it on behalf of Vishnu. For that destruction, he's also called as Bhutanath. Means, you see, sometimes like Just ourselves, how many special souls can we handle? Probably 2 in a day, 3 in a day, oh my God, this guy is really, very special souls. I had my limit. But if you look at somebody like Shiva, all his followers are ghosts and hobgoblins, like completely, negative or full of hate towards Krishna. So what he does is he gives shelter to them. No problem, come. But ultimately his motive, but he is not affected by these modes. He is only trying to do one thing, Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. His service is, Srimad Bhagavatam says, he is the topmost Vaishnava. He is the number one Vaishnava. But his business is, Vaishnavas, what do we do? Why do we have woofing program? Why Harini is doing collective 108? The reason is, we want to bring everybody to Krishna. So Shiva takes up the role that, okay, there are some souls which are very naughty, they don't listen to anybody, I will look after them. Yeah. Prachetas in the 4th canto explain about his planet, how beautiful it is, how wonderful it is, how amazing it is. Still, Kailash, it's called. It's not ordinary. Also, it's beyond our comprehension. How amazing it is. Yeah, Shiva. It's whoever worships Shiva will come to Krishna. Definitely. Yes. He's considered a demigod. I mean, according to English terminology, yes. Yes, Prabhupada translates, yes.
But the demigods, they have not their own tattva, it's only Shiva who has.
Yes, yes, they all leave their body.
Also somewhere it's described as semigod in the translation, I think.
Semigod?
Like that, yeah.
Probably the same meaning, I guess, huh?
Well, probably not, because...
Rudra Sampradaya. Yeah. Yeah. Very deep Shiva Tattva. Yes, Mother Gaurangi, you want to say something?
So, how to give up this desire to control? That's a tough one. Because we said we serve everybody.
Yeah.
It's difficult to just getting them moved.
Yeah.
Especially when things don't
go wrong. Things don't go right. That's when we want to intervene. Yeah. Yeah, we like being parent, sometimes we have to let go. Sometimes, many times we have to let go. You see, we are tolerating others, others are also tolerating us. The minute we see that, oh, probably I'm also pain to somebody, I'm not being well behaved to, somebody's thing. Yeah, I mean, we are all trying to become servants again, so it's not easy. It's not an easy thing. Every minute we have to. One thing what I try to do is, the minute the situation is not favorable, like you want to do something, just say you organize a table to distribute your things, somebody asks you to move it. In that moment, I know our planning is there, our intelligence, our mind, our body, everything is in line with this table you wanted to do, Don't react. First thing, wait. Okay, somebody is asking me to move. First thing we do is, defend. Hey, don't you know how much effort I put, Let's wait, let's analyze the situation. Let's talk to one person. The one person should not be like, always saying yes to what you say, and then it becomes more problem, Speak to one devotee who's sober, who will give counsel or advice in that minute, what should I do in this situation, and then the situations calm down. The first thing, as I said, we all react. Eating, mating, sleeping, defending. Lower propensities kicks in, Animal propensities are same as we have. The one thing we have is also defending. We defend our ego, we defend our plans, projects, Okay, Krishna, I tried, looks like you want me to do something else. Thank you, okay. I'll take advice now. Prabhu, Maharaj, I was trying to do this, this happened, what is Krishna trying to tell me? Maybe you can explain me in this situation. But most of the devotees, we don't go with a neutral mindset, I've traveled with Janananda Maharaj, most devotees approach a Swami, Maharaj, I have an amazing project, like I want to get married to this girl, I want to. They will say, yes, go ahead, do it. But Maharaj, my nature is this, my sleep is disturbed, or I don't know, I need a wife to cook for me, or this is my need. Neutral mindset, that's what our approach should be when we go to ask questions. You see, the whole Bhagavatam is full of questions, but they're all based on inquiry, not to get what we want. I have a project, and the Swami, you have to facilitate my project now. That's my Guru, you have to facilitate. This devotee is not being nice to me. This devotee is not going to be nice to your Guru also. You know what I mean? If you try, that's what naturally we do. This devotee is not nice to me. Gurudev, temple president, protect me from this demon. That becomes complicated. We're getting entangled more and more. Yeah, first thing is don't react. Second thing is seek advice. Seek advice. Ask somebody, is like, what should I do? Okay, we are attached, but see, one of the qualities of Krishna is also renunciation. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the most beautiful incarnation. He shaved his own head. Somebody else did it, I think Chaitanya or somebody. He is ready to give up all his opulence, and he is still sober about it. How many kings can do it? How many presidents, prime ministers can do it? You have been bereft of everything now. You have to take sannyas. You are only left with one kamandalu, only one pot. So the Krishna is teaching us that we have to be accepting, even sometimes rejection, Yeah, that becomes really favorable for our Krishna consciousness. Even the sloka of Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kankshati, when we become equipoised with all the situations, that's actually beginning of our spiritual life. I recently read it somewhere. Imagine that, we're thinking somebody who gets, they don't get rejoiced, somebody who loses, they're sober. We accept them as like, oh yeah, he seems to be a very nice, sincere devotee. That's the point of our starting our spiritual life, is actually we haven't even reached the goal yet, So we have to get there at least, our endeavors, our efforts. Yes, today you got something, yes. Today, tomorrow you lose, I'm depressed. Okay, anything else? Any other comments, questions? Srivas, yeah, sorry, I wanted to speak, I didn't put it on my note. Yeah, Srivas, thank you for reminding. Apologies for forgetting. Yeah, Srivas, maybe quickly I can share 5 minutes maybe. Srivas, as you know, that he is the part of the Panchatattva. He is very dear to Lord Chaitanya. Srivas is the expansion of who? Narad Muni, yes. Rangi Mataji, your memory is crystal clear on this one. Thank you. So, yeah, he is a very intimate Panchatattva. We see him as very intimate associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As soon as we talk about Srivas Thakur, what do we think about? Shivasangam. What else? Harinam Sankirtan. Okay, what else? Anything else? Whose son died in the Kirtan. Okay, very good, thank you. Ananga Mataji knows all the pastimes. Sorry? Malini Devi, his wife. Thank you, Gopaswami Prabhu. Anything else? We can all quickly elaborate on each of them. Anything else? Srivas Thakur we can think about? Mais, you always give me an answer. Why not no answer today? Yeah. Srivas. Who did Lord Chaitanya ask to go find Nityananda? Two personalities he asked. You already got it. Haridas Thakur and Srivas. Yeah, we give impossible tasks to. It was very difficult, and they couldn't find him actually, because Lord Chaitanya had to personally go and meet him. Srivas, yeah, so many pastimes we can discuss, but.
He said Srivas, have you go
Wow, thank you. Thank you. Very deep, that one. So Srivas, when we talk about Srivas, we talk about Srivas Angan. That's where Lord Chaitanya used to perform his the dance, the kirtan at night time. There were only his intimates, associates were allowed to be part of this kirtan. Later, as you know, it's not just for any caste or any secluded, any community of people. It is for everybody. But the Lord was showing that this is where I will start, but it will spread all over the world. Yeah, Shiva Sangam, Kirtan. One time, you know, this past time where Lord Chaitanya was saying, I cannot feel the ecstasy today. Is something wrong in this place? And I think the mother-in-law was hiding inside. Srivas grabbed her by hair, threw her out. Again, as I said, it's only for certain people can handle certain things. She was not ready for it. She was ready for Harinam Sankirtan on the street, you know, so not for the intimate, ecstatic dancing. Okay, what else are Srivas Angan? Okay, one time Mother Ananga was saying that one time there was Kirtan happening and the little boy of Srivas Thakur left his body, but everybody were crying, the family members, that little boy in the family died. Srivas, who said, who cares? The Lord should not be stopped from his dancing. It's our personal thing, you know, we should not stop no matter what. So it's a classic example, like when we have the Lord service, that even somebody dies in our family, we should continue our service, you know. We should try at least. Something else, Srivas Angan? Oh, three claps. Okay, I can elaborate a bit on that. You know, everybody were complaining, Srivas Angan, Srivas is a grihastha, but he is not taking sannyas. What is he doing? And he doesn't get a job. Why is this? And Lord Chaitanya comes and asks Srivas, you know, you take sannyas or you get a job. He said, I am doing devotional service, I don't need to worry about my eating, you know, Krishna provides anyway. Lord Chaitanya says, what is your confidence? He says, okay, if I don't get 3 days my meal in a row, I think he claps 3 times there, huh? 3 days my meals in a row, if I don't get my meal, that means I'm going to tie a stone around my neck, I'm going to drown in Ganga. Heavy, huh? And Lord Srivas said that. Srivas, he is showing to Lord Chaitanya that Lord will always protect me, always feed me, guarantee. A classic example is us in New Mayapur. Sometimes we don't have money for anything, but prasadam is like, all glories to the London devotees who always feed us, you know. So yeah, so it's Srivas. Lord Chaitanya, you know what he says? Anybody knows what Lord Chaitanya said in this context? Very beautiful thing. Even Lakshmi Devi, you know, the goddess of fortune, goes to beg, but in your house you will always have opulence. It's deep, huh? So deep that, yeah. So he had 4 brothers, Srinidhi, Sripati, one more. There was like 4 brothers. Srivas had 4 brothers. Is this Srivas was sitting in the class? He was the one taken out, or the pastime where Srimad Bhagavatam was being recited and he started to cry in the classroom? The famous Devananda Pandit was the teacher. Is this Srivas? Yeah, Srivas was crying in the class because when the minute he heard Srimad Bhagavatam, he starts to cry. And then Devananda Pandit was the teacher. The kids were ridiculing Srivas that you know, he's just being crazy that he's crying. Devananda Pandit didn't do anything actually, but Lord Chaitanya was so upset with him that, you know, he remembered for a long time. This happened even right before Lord Chaitanya appeared, because Srivas was a bit older than Lord Chaitanya. Devananda Pandit, you know, Lord Chaitanya tells him later that, you know, you did not stop the students, they carried him out of the classroom, Srivas. I remember this offense, I am not going to forgive you. But I will forgive you. You know why? Why he forgave Devananda Pandit? it's still it's amazing thing. You offend a Vaishnava, you serve a Vaishnava. Krishna kind of like, yeah, that's like really nice that you're trying to serve Vaishnavas again. So Haridas Thakur or Advaita Acharya, one of them were dancing like crazy, And then there was a crowd of people trying to come closer and closer. Devananda Pandit saw this and then he was like, okay, I have to go and keep the crowd away. And he just kept the crowd away from coming closer to either Haridas or Advaita Acharya. Lord Chaitanya said, I'm so pleased with you for this devotional service you did. You served my devotee, so I'm forgiving you. So he said, Lord Chaitanya also says that, I have you as my one wing. If I have somebody else like you as my second wing, I'll fly in the air. Thank you. So, Srivaski, anything else about Srivas we can talk? Chand Kazi comes and breaks Mridanga in his house. That's where the Lord Chaitanya says, let's go see Chand Kazi now. He takes Shastras explain different things. Lord Chaitanya was so angry, he took the broken Mridanga, he asked everybody bring this, torch. Let's go and see the Chand Kazi. He was scared that they're going to burn the whole palace down. There's so many devotees doing Sankirtan same time. Again, he comes out, the Chand Kazi, and he's, I'm like your uncle. That's when the famous conversation takes place about the cow and sacrifice. And
Shiva's house, Shiva's Sangha, that Chaitanya is arti.
Yes, Mahaprakash Leela. That's when 12 days he becomes like Lord Vishnu, sits on the Vyasasan. And then he asks everybody, come, take your benedictions, whatever you want. Everybody were coming and asking, my son is not a devotee, my daughter is not, Duki becomes Shuki just because she was carrying water. Yeah, it is in Srivasangan actually. It's amazing, yeah, thank you. 12 days Lord Chaitanya becomes like Vishnu, like I am the supreme now.
This is what we see in the Sundar Arti.
He was. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, same mood. Vivasudhi. Okay. Anything else?
What was his reaction, Srivas Thakur, when somebody tried to defame him, to take some?
Oh yeah, this is Srivas again, huh?
Yeah.
He said that I am the same. You all think I'm a good devotee. Look, I'm a nonsense. I'm doing all these tantra things at the night time. And yeah. What was the
because he wanted to make Chaitanya angry?
No. I think this was Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya made Lord Chaitanya angry. Srivas, this is a nice pastime that people were trying to defame him by showing him that he's a fake devotee. But yeah, he was still like showing us how we have to be. Okay, anything else? Thank you, Gopaswami Prabhu, for so many nice points. Hari Hari. Srivas Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki.